Well, hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 27 of the career we've been doing together here on YouTube. And in the last missions, we had sent some mining equipment up to Minmus, both a mining lander and an orbital refinery. Well, that was the mission before, was the orbital refinery. But what we need to do is we need to dock those two things together and refuel the lander. Actually, I don't know if the lander needs to be refueled. It's probably got plenty of fuel on its own, but we have a extra gas tank that it's carrying around that we really need attached to the station. So, and that's right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to rendezvous, and we're going to do a little something with this tank, actually. We're just going to say to it to empty out into these other ones. This is a great mod, this TAC fuel balancer. I don't think it's up to date. It may be. I just downloaded it and I love it. It works great. You can just really balance, really flexible. You can really balance out a lot of things in that. So here's where we are. And we want to set the orbital refinery as a target. And it looks like someplace, actually, really, we're going to go ahead and kill this, and we're going to, I like to try to burn someplace where these two things, actually we want to do it at the periapsis, I'm even going crazier. Come on. If it'll let me do it. Add maneuver. So here's what I want to do is I want to speed that up a little bit. We will pull those two closer together, and then at the same time where they come together here will also change. So I'm going to just do that quick turn when we get to that side of the orbit. Anyways, that'll help our intercept. It'll bring us closer together as soon as this thing will pass us in a couple of orbits, and then we just slow down and rendezvous. So here we are. We're going to fast forward to the next maneuver, which is a little bit, even in fast forwarding, it still takes a little bit to get around this. I don't. The slower speeds at the lower orbits just, I think, is what are doing it to us, but probably if we just kept this up long enough, it would do it. This would catch up on its own. But we've got the fuel. I'm going to burn it. All right. We're not going to do too much with this for too early. It's a pretty short burn. So we'll get all the way down to here. And there we go. Now I'm going to put another burn right in the middle of here. But we're not going to do anything with it. Except gauge. Whoops. Well, there you go. So before that, it was here. Now it's here. So that's perfect. All we have to do is slow down, and we should rendezvous. And there we are. Pretty close together, too. We can get a little closer than that. It looks like our... That's making it farther away, I believe, but whoops. I think we can slow it down a little bit more then, and it's a little bit, it's still not great. Well, we'll go ahead and take that because that's a pretty good start. Unfortunately, around Minmus, it just isn't this hard to correct those things. It doesn't take a lot of fuel. It doesn't take, you know. So we're here. That's a bit of a time. What's happening is, well, actually, let's not even do that. Let's add the alarm here. And then what we'll do is we'll just super fast forward it. And it'll slow down using this mod. This is another great mod. It's hard to do without it. And when we're about a minute away, or a minute and whatever the burn is, this thing stops us. Go ahead and close the alarm clock. Oops. While I was doing that, I went past the burn, but that's okay. I screwed that up in a big way. That's okay. What we're going to do is... Whoops. We're just going to burn the opposite direction of where we just burned a little bit and correct that. Again, it's not a big deal in the orbit of Minmus because Minmus just does not have that strong a gravity. So we'll go ahead and bring those close together, and that's about what we had before. Not exactly perfect, but we'll take it. Right about here is when I will worry about what our positioning, you know, how better correcting that positioning together so we can better rendezvous. And it is. Largely caught up. So ideally, we really aren't going that fast. So what I am going to do is come over to here, the opposite side, and I'm just going to burn a little bit, and I'm going to just pull our prograde so it's pointing right towards that ship. And there we go. A lot closer. Separation 0. So now it's just a matter of time. We just have to wait a little bit and then make a couple of corrections along the way, and we'll be really close. And we're not perfect now. We can try to make that more perfect. Maybe just a little up here. There we go. We're going to change views. It's a lot easier at this point. We know we're going to see the other ship. This gives us the range. We're approaching relatively quickly, but again, we are in the orbit of Minmus. And it's going to be easy to stop that. And then we'll hope I built the RCS on this properly. It's not going to be perfect because I built it for the lander, not this tank sitting on top of it. So we are coming in pretty directly. This is a pretty decent approach. I'm going to time accelerate it just a bit. And then we'll slow it down. All right, I'm happy to approach it at a slower speed here for a while. In fact, I'm going to time accelerate it. Okay, a little more of a burst. All right, now we are going, this is already set as target. We are going to aim towards the target. We're going to set that as our control point so we can aim this at that. So that's how I dock, is I basically make control from the docking port that I want to do. Then I go to the other ship and I do the same thing. I make sure that I am controlled from that docking port. And then I go ahead and I aim towards that one's docking port. Set as target. And then I aim towards it. I said control from here. That does not look like you are aiming at the target. All right, let's control from here. Let's see if that does it better. It shouldn't I don't know why it is doing this the way that it's doing that. That's clearly not the target that it's trying to aim at. Weird, right? It says that that's the target. That is so strange. I cannot explain why. Oh, that's because I went to that instead of this. Okay, I'm crazy. That's why. I am nuts. When you press the right button, things work. That's a good lesson. All right, I'm gonna fast forward physics fast forward that just a little bit so they point to it, and you can see how they're like perfectly lining up to one another right now. Right? It's a beautiful thing. Now I'm gonna zip back to the other ship. And I'm going to turn on the RCS, and we are going to basically thrust forward. And then move it over so the thrust is true to our aim. We're going pretty fast. I'm going to go ahead and give it just a little bit more, because we are a bit away. And it's going down a lot better. But yeah, with these two aiming right at each other, and I just have to basically make sure that the little yellow circle is lined up, and I'm just using the thrusters for that. Whoops, I was right. Here's my problem. Okay. Alright, I am going to start slowing down. I don't know how fast or slow this can go, but this is going to lock up in a second, and there we have it. We have it. Now, apparently, I didn't put anybody in on this particular vessel. I thought I did. Oh, not that vessel. This vessel. I thought I did, but apparently I did not. So no crew on part. That is okay, because it just so happens we have pilots, and we have scientists, and we have an engineer. So we're going to go ahead and find where our crew is. Transfer crew. We want to do Vil and Valentina. Absolutely. We want them to transfer to here. Once again, we're going to transfer the crew. Transfer Bill to our mining craft. So everybody's there. We've got this particular tank. We're just going to go ahead and we need to fill up everything on this, which is kind of painful the way this... Oh, it already is. Yeah, I guess I already had that stud up, and I haven't really fired them since we've docked. So all the fuel on this is 100%. So we are able to land at this point in time. So let's go ahead and undock. I really should start paying attention to where I want to go, and I seldom do. Oh, I'm in the wrong ship, but that's okay. We're separating. We did the same thing. Actually, this did work out right. I was worried that I was facing the wrong direction, but I'm not facing the wrong direction. I'm facing far enough away from this that this is working out fine. Okay, gonna zip back to the other ship and turn RCS off before I forget. And we'll just quickly back this up. I'm just going to let this go for a bit. It's certainly out of range now. We're going to put down the landing legs. Yeah, the lights are on. Okay, the lights are on. The legs are down. We need to turn off RCS, and we need to face retrograde. Now let's find a place to land. There's a way to Turn on the mining, and I forgot what that mining view is. And that's kind of embarrassing. I know there's a way to do it. It's a key. Hold on. We'll see. This doesn't have the keyboard options in it, I don't think. So, all right. Well, I'm going to have to remember how to turn that on. There is a way. Oh, I know. We may have to go to, maybe we shouldn't have to go to the other satellite. Maybe we do. I wouldn't think so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to land about right here. And I'm going to hope for the best that we land someplace that actually has decent mining levels. And we ran the satellite before in the last episode, and we got it so it turned purple. I just forgot how to. There's a key you press or a click you do, and it tells you exactly what it is. And I can't remember what it is, but I'll figure it out. And I'll talk about it on the next video. So, burn time is a bit away. We're going to go ahead and we're really not going to follow that burn exactly. It just wanted a rough idea of where we were going to start burning. So we'll give it a little bit more time, and yeah, well, it's a little rough, but that's okay. We are going to burn that way and hold it for a while. We want this relative to the surface. We are just not going very fast. I think much of this moon had mining stuff on it to some degree around the equator, so I don't think this is going to be the end of the world. It's just not. It would have been nice if I could have figured it out using that orbital map. I just can't remember what I was doing to do it. It's funny, I've used that so many times. And I don't want to look it up now in the middle of a video. That's probably pretty close to what that other burn was going to get us. All right, we're going to zip over here. We're still really far up in the air, so not in the air, but in the sky. So I'm not too concerned. I think this is about right. I'm not too concerned about us falling right at the moment, but I will be concerned fairly soon. And here we're coming down. This is the lowlands. That was, I think, one of the first places that we landed, if not the first place we landed when we came here for science. I'm speeding this up just a little bit. Time-wise, I just want to fall down here and get close to the surface and not waste too much video time falling. All right, back to regular time. We're at about 2,000 meters above the surface. Again, this has been missed, so it's not going to be too hard to slow down on this one. I don't know what is happening there with that clipping. And we're shooting down now. We're getting pretty close to the ground. There we go. Right, we're getting to about a safe landing speed, so we're just going to go ahead and let that go down for a little bit, and then we'll give it some more gas as we get really close, and we're getting pretty close, so more and more and more, and we'll come up with a nice soft landing. Nice softer landing than I was anticipating, as a matter of fact, so there you go. All right, we will do a couple of things first because, well, we have to do a couple of things first. And one of the very first things that we have to do first is find the drill and go ahead and deploy it. We're also going to click on this thing and run an analysis. That's supposed to do a better resource analysis, so when we do get that purple map back, we'll be able to deal with it. All right, I am going to go ahead and we'll get Valentina on this mission out. And, whoops, I need this drill first. We'll get her out to plant the flag. We're going to go ahead and start the surface harvesting. And there we go. It's already starting to load. So let's see what we've got here. Not much. Takes a while. There's a long way to go. All right, so we'll have Valentina come. What in the world just happened? We'll have her come out. And we'll let her let go. We should probably put a ladder on future ones of those. That's a good one to make a note of. It doesn't really matter so much on Minmus. So we'll have her come out. This is a big ship, as you can see. And part of that is, well, I wanted to make it big, and I also wanted to make it hard to tip over. All right, we will go ahead and plant the flag. And this will be Minmus Mining. Don't know if the exclamation point is necessary, but it seems to be the pattern. Okay. Get Valentina back to the ship. We'll go ahead and turn on her rockets and grab. Ah, she fell. Sometimes it's just too hard to hit all these keys all in the sequence that you're supposed to get them. So let's try it again. She's got the rockets on. Up in the air. There we go. And board. Oops. Climb a little bit and board. Climb a little bit more and board. There we go. Not sure what was going on, but she's aboard. The flag is planted. And the drill is going. So it's a pretty good, successful mission right now. It's going to take some time for this to fill up, but it is filling up. So I'll go ahead and check out, see how I can look at the resource map again. It's been a while, so I'll figure it out, and we'll talk about it, like I said, the next mission. But we're going here, and this thing will be loaded in no time, and we'll get it back up into orbit and get it connected to the other ship. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please click the like button. Please click the subscribe button. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this whole series and if there's things you'd like to see me do in it. I really enjoy Kerbal Space Program, and I play a lot of other games besides that. So check out the videos. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Be safe.